Today's case study problem is about resume, preparing resume. So we've seen most of the people preparing resume in a different manner. So resume is something where you are supposed to prepare according to the concern and according to the post that you're applying for. It is not a common thing where you can prepare it once in your career and you can send the same to all concern or how much ever time you are applying for a post. Okay, so it should be prepared every time. So what is the need of the concern, what is the need of the posting that is vacant that you are applying? You have to look into all those things when you prepare your resume. You should be very careful. So there is something called as a good resume. So people will see that first, whether the resume is good or bad. They'll evaluate that. So according to good resume, what is good resume? If you see, a good resume is a resume which has only one page. It must be only one page. So in that one page, you are supposed to bring in all your potentials, whatever you have in you. So that should also be appropriate to the posting that you are applying. It should not be that whatever you possess, you cannot just add it in your resume. Okay, so if you see, actually a resume is this. So in previous, maybe a decade here or before a decade, we used to prepare curriculum vitae or biodata. That is something where you will have everything about a person, including your family details. Yes, in detail, complete personal detail and your educational detail and co-curricular, extracurricular, everything. But whereas resume is a short summary of a person with their best. Okay, so whatever which is essential for a post, only that you are supposed to highlight in a resume. So this is the biggest problem that we face nowadays. When you are preparing a resume, most of us, they don't think about what post we are applying for or what are the things that should be there in a resume, in what heading it should be given, or there is so called a template or a format for resume. That is also something which keeps on changing every time. Okay, first it was like a box type where they had tabular column type where they used to mention the year, educational background, year of experience in a tabular column manner. Whereas then we had a column wise where one side we use for personal details and another side we use for academic details. And now the format has changed. So likewise it keeps on changing. So you have so many expertise who guide you for preparing resume. So before applying for a post or before planning for any job, you have to learn all these things. Resume is not just a joke. It is something where you should prepare with serious. Okay, so there are so many problems. Can you all discuss what problem that you face that when you prepare a resume?
And lack of focus, the first major problem, and next problem is poor format has to be in proper manner. Next problem.
Okay, format. Then
I think one page is not enough to showcase our skills.
that is what I'm saying. One page is not enough because you have done your education. That might be itself a half page. Okay, then you have skills, then you have to give your personal details. Yes, so how you bring everything in a precise manner in one page, that I'm calling it as a good resume. So how will you make it? I don't want description in your resume. Okay, so that is the problem there. We describe everything, we write. It should not be like that. It should be very crispy. Whereas whatever I want the informations or skills for a person, yes, so the employer just look into that. He don't want all the details of a person.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you think?
So a good resume must not contain some outdated or irrelevant
informations about them.
Okay.
So it may be good, but it's not required for that particular position. So we should avoid all those things first, and we should only give what is required for that specific position. So I think that's a important thing for a good resume.
Yes.
Now, most of the persons know how to behave in a group discussion, or they have emotional intelligence or communication. But we can, if even also we mention, they will not consider it.
No, it is not like that. So if you, for example, you are applying for a HR post, okay? So you are applying for an HR post. So there, if you explain about the projects or anything irrelevant to the what is the need of an HR post, so only those skills they need. They don't want all whatever you have studied from A to Z. Okay, so you have to be very appropriate about. So what is the skill there? You should have a good leadership quality. You should be a good leader. You should possess inter and intrapersonal skills. So likewise, so what you possess, mention only that. You may be a person with so many skills, but that is not necessary. What is the post and what is essential, only that you mention there. It doesn't mean that you don't know other things. So most of the people think that, and they used to fill everything whatever they know. I don't want that. I want what I'm demanding. So when you express that, so that will be fine. So if you ask me chicken biryani, yes, so I'm giving you the extra things what you don't like. So what you will pick?
Chicken biryani.
Whatever you want, you're going to pick that. The rest of the things we are going to leave. So being selective. So what is needed? You are supposed to give only that.
Most of the people exaggerate about themselves, and also most of them lie about their skills, and
Yes.
which can be easily caught by that particular company.
Definitely.
And
Yes.
it can also damage their reputation.
It's a very good point actually. That is also one big problem in preparing a resume. So, first thing you have to remember, that is, you should prepare your resume by your own. You can just refer your friends or anybody else resume, but you will not copy the same.
Yes,
Because in that case, when the employer is asking you a question about, okay, just tell me whatever is there in your resume, just brief me about your resume. So in that case, you will not know what is all there in your resume, and you might leave something. So in that case, that will be a big minus, and so you should avoid all those things. So a person, first thing that you should remember is you should prepare your own resume. So only then you will remember what is there in your resume. Yes, that is one good point, and you are not supposed to exaggerate whatever you don't possess. You just make your resume so simple, whatever you know. Maybe because that can be a company where they train you and they like take it. Yes, most of the companies do that. So you be very true. You write whatever you possess. Every person has skills. What are the skills? You just mention that. Don't copy. So you have to prepare your resume. That is one good point. In most of the cases, we have seen that the resume is prepared by somebody else, or they might ask somebody else to prepare and they just sign, or they copy their friends. Okay, that should be avoided. Yes, one problem that we face.
No, I
What
think
are the
experience
others?
is important, but what if the person doesn't have any experience?
That's okay. Yes, if you take a fresher, they don't have any experience, but definitely you would have done some projects which can be related to it. Yes, so those things you can mention. So if I want a fresher, definitely I'll call for freshers. It is only for freshers. So you needn't think about the experience and all, or you just don't need to write anything. A fresh resume is also like welcome. So there will be mentioned in the advertisement for the recruitment that the freshers and person with experience. So if you're a fresher, You prepare your resume as a fresher, whatever you have. Experience, don't put experience and 0. Leave it. It is understood that you are a fresher. Then what else? Personal, coming to personal.
Or
Personal
family
profile. So what are the details that you can share in the personal profile?
Date of birth, age.
Qualification that will be there in your resume. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll list you few things what you should add in your resume. One is, first thing, you have to mention about the career objective, something called as. So that is your vision about your work, how you should work and how the concern should help with you for the work. That is called as career objective. Then you can mention about your educational background. You can name it in different form. Educational background or summary of qualification, anything. Then comes your the projects. Then comes your achievements and awards that you have received. So under that you can mention worth enough achievements that you have done. Then you can mention about your skills. Just name it as skills. Under that you can mention your soft skills and hard skills that you possess. Okay. So and also the other skills which will be relevant to the job. Then you can mention about what all the other things that you have as a fresher. Yes, then you can mention curricular and co-curricular activities together, because very less you will have. So under that heading you can mention few. Then personal profile. Finally, under this heading you can just your name is already there in your resume and your photo is also there. Yes, so nowadays we design our resume with the photo at the top corner, and you have given all your contact details, email ID, mobile number, LinkedIn. Yes, so that is also not needed in your personal profile. So you can add date of birth. You can add your date of birth, marital status. Then not much about your family. Yes, that is all. Not detail like how you write your
Biography.
personal biography. It is not like that. Just 2 or 3 things where it is very important for the marital status, single, likewise. Okay, so that is all is needed in a resume. That is why we call it as a resume, which means a summary of a person. It is not a curriculum vitae or biodata. Most of the people get confused with this thing. That is the biggest problem of it. Okay, so if you understand what is a resume, there is no problem in preparing it. Yes, so next class let us see a resume drafted by you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.